Episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com. Authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of the Nok Muay. Go check it out.
I want to talk about Black Room at Deep Studios. If you enjoy the content of this podcast, you will definitely enjoy the value that you get out of the Black Room and being a member of the Black Room. What it is it's a subscriber-based way to support the podcast. If you enjoy the podcast and want it to continue, I'm asking for your help. And in exchange, you're going to get an underground view of Muay Thai, American Muay Thai, as well as within Thailand. We have people who are now working on the ground in Thailand that are helping us get media, content, all that stuff. We're posting it there on Black Room, as well as behind-the-scenes footage of the podcast recordings when we're recording. After I stop recording for stuff that we broadcast, we put some subscriber-based only content on there. So you're going to really get a lot of value out of that subscription. Okay, it's not just supporting the podcast. We also have podcast subscriber-only merchandise that's coming out as well here in 2024. So you have to be a part of the Black Room in order to get access to that. So I'm asking you for your help on that, but I know that it's not so much of you helping me. It's going to be us giving you a ton of value that you're going to get and just enjoy it. And it's only $5 a month. All right, you can cancel it anytime. Every little bit counts. Please go join it. The link is down in the show notes. All right. Anyways, sit back and enjoy the show. What up? Welcome to this episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast. We're here at Pu'u Muay Thai Ventura with our lovely program director, Glory.
Hi, everybody.
Yes. So, the Glory is our program director at Pu'u Muay Thai. Started off as a student here. Was that 2017, 2016?
Yeah, 2017. Yeah. Long time, 8 years.
A lot of gray hairs. You've seen my gray hairs going throughout the years.
I hide mine just right.
You look great, I like to say. So, going through, you started off as a student at Pu'u Muay Thai. Grew up in Oxnard, right?
I'm from Oxnard, born and raised.
Yeah, so of course you're doing combat sports.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming, but it makes sense. That's definitely a big part of the culture in Oxnard. Yeah.
100%. Did you start in, just want to make sure this is good. Okay, it is. You started training in Hawaii, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, where did you start training in Hawaii?
So the first school I trained at is Legacy Muay Thai in Honolulu with Coach Ivan Flores. No experience whatsoever before I showed up there. I'd been thinking about it for months and finally pulled the trigger and showed up and fell in love right away.
What was that moment for you to get in, where I'm going to go? Because, what was that thing that got you to show up that day?
Yeah. Honestly, it's tough to say. I don't really remember that moment. I remember in general what it was that made it a priority for me. I think it had always been something that I had wanted to learn, just to be a well-rounded person. I feel just a life skill that you need to navigate the world,
You're right.
And I didn't know how to do that yet. So I was like, this is something I need to do. But then I think just my life situation and my living situation felt kind of unsafe at the time. And I just had this thought that if I could learn how to fight, I would feel safer in general,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was probably the major catalyst. And then I had some friends that were getting into it, and
In Honolulu?
Here in California, actually. Yeah, high school friends, my main friend group in high school, and just the attitude there in general is anything the boys are doing, I want to be doing as well. So I heard they were training, and so I decided to do it myself.
Awesome. So, and then you came back over here to Oxnard or in Ventura, right?
Yes.
So, and that's when you started training with us. I remember I trained a little bit in Hawaii. I remember when you started.
Yeah.
I don't remember day one, but I remember when you started. Because that was over a decade, or it's close to a decade ago.
A lot has happened since then too.
Jesus. Yeah, so much with the world, with Muay Thai, personalized, all that. A lot of growth,
Yes. That's,
for better or worse.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
I think mostly for better. Like the overarching.
There have been some things that needed to be edited from, our processes and the academy in general. Some things, some people,
I
but
mean, that goes with anything with whenever you deal with like customer service, you deal with general public. There's always
yeah.
like there's one thing that I learned is just because somebody trains martial arts doesn't make them a good person.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah. So and a lot of people get like that sense, and they put people up on a pedestal too. Like for me, I'm by no means perfect. Like I've been through shit. Like I went through a nasty divorce that all of a sudden everybody made very public within our academy at the time.
Yeah.
Right. So it was it's like, come on, man. Like what happened with all that too is you learn a lot about people.
Sure.
It's people skills at the end of the day, right? So fast forwarding from that, we're out of COVID.
Yes.
I know you're like an entrepreneur, solopreneur. I remember you were doing like some couch covers. You were doing makeup, photography. Like you're a fucking hustler.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. So like right before COVID happened, I left my position at the front desk here at the academy to go start my freelance creative adventure. Right. So started working as a photographer for car dealerships in the area.
I remember seeing your videos from inside the car, like it was like raining or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity to film talking heads for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started doing that, and then AB 45 hit. Right, I was a independent contractor, and
January 1st, 2020. And because that industry didn't have lobbyists.
Yeah.
And just like health and fitness didn't have a lobby group, which martial arts falls under. So we got the shaft. And the people that it was supposed to affect lobbied and actually weren't really affected. It was like Uber, Lyft, all that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that didn't work out well for me. It was not a good deal. They offered me like an actual position, but it wasn't a good deal. So I left that, and with COVID going on, the other creative work that I did, makeup, wasn't really a possibility, right? Because like
you're with people, yeah, you can't be around here.
Yeah. So
this was like if we were this close, like people, I was talking to you, like people would come in and yell at you.
Yeah, you're
up there, yeah.
But yeah, so I decided to, and also doing the car dealership job, I was listening to podcasts and books on tape constantly, right? Yeah. It's very boring, taking pictures of, 200 cars in a day. So I learned about drop shipping, and I started a slipcover business. Yeah. So, things happen since, and that's not really something I'm putting a whole lot of time and energy into.
Well, that whole industry changed.
Yeah,
it changed like right after you got into that. I remember seeing like the flip on that. I was like, for everybody, like, yeah. For those that don't know, drop shipping, it was like a big boom. And what it is for anybody that doesn't know, is somebody holds the product or makes the product. You have somebody in between that sells it, markets it, puts it out there. Those people ship it and fulfill it as if it's that middle person. So that whole industry changed, especially now with tariffs, and a lot of stuff was made in countries that have been, China, that have been heavily tariffed and stuff too.
Yeah, I was definitely doing the Alibaba thing, which was, it was super cool. Like, I had the patterns made, I had to have them manufactured. I'm haggling with these guys. It was just really interesting during COVID too, because I bought this young man in China that's like my connection to the factory. And I'm chatting with him about getting these slipcovers made, but he's also telling me about like the world over there during that time.
Oh yeah, they were kidnapping people who were like proof positive and stuff, pulling them into vans.
Yeah, it sounded pretty gnarly, but so that was a fun adventure, and I'm a dabbler. I got a few things going on and a few different.
Always spinning plates, right?
Yes,
but I think that goes with like some people the way we were talking about this the other day. Like you're always trying to climb that next mountain. You don't want to get caught slipping, right?
Yeah.
You think it's like a survival instinct? Like I know
So yeah, that's really where it came from, because as a single mom, like a 9 to 5 really doesn't work even, when my daughter was really young, I was working for MAC Cosmetics, and you would think that would be like a mom-friendly company to work for.
No.
But no. Like, you're working weekends, you're working holidays, you're working until 11 o'clock at night. And so I just realized, like, doing things the regular way is not going to work. So I went back to school and did my thing to get grants and scholarships and stuff. And started kind of educating myself with community college, to start building these businesses. So taking classes that I could like immediately use, like digital photography, marketing, stuff like that. And yeah, it was just a matter of trying to figure out how to feed my kids.
Yeah.
And
So because it's a survival thing, 100%.
Yeah.
And I'll just say this, like, for anybody out there, Glory never harps on the fact that she's a single mom and goes on it. There's a lot of people, like, you hear a lot. So we were talking about entitlement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a form of entitlement. Not hey, my mom was essentially a single mom growing up, like, hard work, always working 3 jobs, doing everything all the time. Like, I get it. It's a hard thing. And we have some other single moms that work for us in our company too.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure do.
we kind of just connected that dot. Like, oh wait, but going into that, when you went through these businesses, I know you still do some of them, right? You still do photography.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I still do some portrait work.
Where can people find that at?
I have a website, glorymunoz.com, pretty straightforward. And it's got my photography work, it's got my makeup work, it's got my floral work, it's got some of the set decorating work that I do for television shows. I don't have a Muay Thai section on there yet, though. I know, terrible.
Right.
I know. But it is on my to-do list to maintain. Yes, it's happening.
So, you can clip that and just put that in there.
Exactly.
All right.
My first little piece.
Yeah, there you go. First piece of content for her, right?
Exactly.
But then you came back, because I remember you hit me up. You're like, hey, I saw you guys were hiring at the academy. What's up?
Yes.
And I was like, let's talk.
Whew, yeah, that worked out really well. Yeah, so that was the beginning of 2024, right?
So yeah, like,
Yeah.
it was like February, March.
So I just moved back to California from Kauai, where I'd been living on a farm.
Yeah. So tell me about this farm thing. I saw some of it, like, and I seen some of your stuff. You were living like in a shack. You're living like in was it a bus?
Living in a bus, yeah.
Yeah.
I moved onto a bus, and then
That was on the farm.
I was on the farm.
That was on the farm.
Yeah.
It was like a live-in, like, had like a bed and all that stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, the big story with my life is 3 years ago, my kids basically were moved to Hawaii, and I had to figure out how to be with them, right? With the budget of a single mom, and that was tricky. But a friend of mine found a farm on Kauai that was looking for farmers that offered a bus or a tiny house to live on. And having no farming experience, not even a lick of it on my resume, I decided to apply. Never been to, I'd had a layover on Kauai once, but never left the airport. But yeah, my friend Care was scouring Craigslist for me, trying to find some kind of way for me to get back to Hawaii. And she sent me this listing, and like, I mean, starting a new job is one thing, right? Like, this is a scary experience. What I was doing was moving to an island I'd never been to before, to start a new job that I had no experience in, to live with people I didn't know, and on a bus as well, which that was new for me.
Beginning the immigrant farm experience.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, I think all the time, like, I'm like, people come here and don't speak English.
And they don't know the people.
Businesses, they know nobody, and they make it happen. So whenever I'm like, this is tough, like, how am I going to do this? I'm like, it can be done. People do it,
You met our student, Kevin?
Kevin, yeah. He's great.
He's living the American dream. You know that?
No, I've seen his family.
I'll give everybody here the TLDR version. He said he moved here 12 years ago, from India.
Okay.
To better his education. He did basically ate shit for 7 years, and then he ended up losing his job during COVID. He was an engineer, and then he started flipping furniture,
Really?
He made 3/4 of his income as an engineer flipping furniture during COVID.
Amazing.
Bought his first house. He didn't know nothing about interest rates, and he bought the place.
Wow.
And he started businesses, and then he brought his whole family over here, and he had a kid recently.
Yeah.
I'm like, talking about living the American dream in 12 years. I'm like, you did that in 12 years? Man, it took me 26 years to start something, man.
Exactly. Yeah. That engineer's mind, man. He figured it out.
Yeah, I figured it out. But going back onto that, for you live on the farm, like that same kind of thing, it's hard. It's not easy. Like, respect to people to do that.
And then being away from my family too. Like, I really do think about that a lot. Like, how, like, there are families that, like, dad has to go work away from home for months at a time, and like, that's just what needs to happen. So yeah, that's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah.
But I mean, aside from it being kind of scary in the beginning, like, I really feel like my healing started to happen on Kauai. Like, it's just so peaceful there. There's almost nobody there.
Yeah.
There's like some parts of the map, you check the population, is just a question mark. Like, we're not sure.
There's some people there. That's always.
Yeah, probably some barefoot folks. We're not sure. But yeah, so, but I mean, just beautiful, no noise pollution. Everyone is, cares about the land and works on the land, which is like a whole life-changing thing, working in the soil and tending to the land, and just learning about like plants and kind of the timeline of everything.
The seasons. How you guys are.
And-
Well, yeah, that's like the old way of living in Hawaii too.
Yeah, for sure.
For those that don't know, Hawaii was completely self-sustainable before it was taken over.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That people there still have a grasp on that way of life, which I think almost everywhere else it's been lost, and like, when you work with plants, and like, you start to notice that so many of the like terms that we use come from that, like nip it in the bud, like slim chickens, like, I like, these are things that I say, and like, until I was on the farm and I was like, man, we got slim pickings today, like, you don't realize that that's actually what it comes from.
Yeah, from farming.
Yeah, but like, just so much about the way plants die and grow, and like with soil, like, if it has to have like a organic element to it, otherwise it doesn't needs which that basically means needs some rotten stuff in there, but yeah, so that was an amazing experience. They asked me to run the farm a few months in, which was cool considering I showed up with zero know-how. And yeah, now I know how to grow all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It's a valuable skill to have.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You're ready to bug out. You can go move somewhere, start planting stuff, grow.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. And then you ended up, back here afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's the transition you came in. I was like, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but when this happened, I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm trying not to be like overly excited with Glory, because I don't know how this is actually gonna work right now. But I'm like, I think we got a program director. I said, what? I was, yeah. I'm like, you're gonna meet her. She got a vibe with you, right?
Yeah.
And that's where, and now you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been with us for coming up on a year and a half.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Year and a half back with us.
Yeah. So I was having a real hard time finding a job. I didn't mention that. So like, when I saw, and it was on
Indeed, yeah, you
I
want
was
to
like,
then.
wait a second, I know these guys.
Hey.
I can do this. I was like, wait, and like, I missed the academy too. So it was like, it was very exciting.
It was an easy thing to make happen, and it was cool because you were actually the first like official employee we had.
Yeah.
At the academy too, for like a front desk and stuff like that too, and to see it all kind of go full circle and grow into what it has is kind of insane. So you've seen the arc of growth at Pu'u Muay Thai.
I sure have.
It's wild.
The trial and error, and I don't know. I feel like we've hit a stride now, though.
Oh yeah. No, this is where a lot of stuff we're doing now. It was supposed to be like this is 2020. Like last year was 2020, right? And we're in 2021. What was like the art, but then like that, all of the stuff happened in the world at that time. Everything changed.
Yeah.
Right. everything changed, and just trying to figure it out. And now we're back and stronger than ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all learned a lot when it came into like business, people, operations, different forms of education and stuff like that too. What do you do?
What do I do? Yeah.
Hey, trick question. What don't I do?
Yeah. I mean, although I will say, like, I always talk about how different running the academy is today compared to working front desk in 2017 when we had paper contracts and paper attendance cards and like no April, and we did all of our like
Calls.
yes.
Yeah.
But like now, like everything is we have this amazing team that helps keep everything running. So I mean, we do a lot of different stuff, but we also have great support. But I would say I try to make sure everything at the academy is running smoothly. I'm an advocate for the students and the coaches and staff, so I'm here to see that they're growing and that that relationship is healthy and that we're doing everything we can to make that better. I pay attention to classes and schedule and attendance, and look for ways that we can, maybe grow our programs that way. I help communicate with the staff and make sure they understand everything that we do around here and make sure they can communicate that with the students. And I mean, we've got so much going on these days with Eat Sleep Teep and our events that we're doing.
Yeah, that we have like, for those that don't know, it's like we have like a whole internal marketing thing just for our students that we have to do. It's like otherwise the message doesn't get out because we have the external stuff that we do, external marketing, internal marketing. We have events that we're a part of, events that we're hosting. And there's just a lot that need in podcasts like that we're talking on right now, YouTube and everything. It's just, there's a lot. But to go from there, like when you were starting front desk, you start on paper and everything to now, you're really like the academy. You're the person that facilitates the academy experience and make sure everybody's getting out of it what they need to be doing and what they should be getting, like from the coach side, from the customer service side, and the events. And we all talk a lot even when you're gone. Yeah, well, no, I mean, like we're all always in constant communication.
Oh yeah,
too. Right?
Yeah, that's been a new thing.
So it's like the way that came about too. There was a book, I forget what it was called, but it was I have to look up what the book is, but it had a grading system for your team and what their strengths are.
Oh, interesting.
And it had a series of questions you go through, and it's like if you are below a 5 on any of these things, you need to improve it now. And one of those things, our communication was at a 2. And I was like, yeah, that's not good. So the highest you can have is like a 7.
Oh boy.
So it's saying like if you're below a 5, then you need to be at a 5.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, oh, communication, got it. Yeah. And that's like always and something I've learned. You probably know this too. Every business, no matter big or small, there's different varying things of communication. Where they're like some of them, they have smaller degrees of communication issues. Some have wider ranges, right? Typically, smaller businesses have wider ranges of communication issues. Bigger companies like Mac and other ones, I worked for Target, I've worked for a big wine cellar and stuff like that. Their communication gaps, they would have them, but they'd be smaller things.
That makes sense.
It's like, hey, the cash drawer didn't get counted out last night.
Yep.
Or, hey, the money drop didn't have a note on it that is that. Yep. Like these kinds of things. Whereas like for stuff for us, it's like, hey, so who was supposed to cover class today? Yep. Right? And are they on their way right now? Because that's a bigger communication gap than, hey, you forgot to write a note on the cash drawer.
Yeah, that's a big one.
So you're the person that kind of been helping with those processes, and we have some more people helping out with that now too.
Yeah.
What do you like about working here?
Well, I mean, it's pretty great that I look forward to coming to work every day. Like truly, like I
know you. I'm like sometimes I'm like, yeah, like chill, go home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, sometimes I'll show up to work and it's like, like whew, like we're good now.
Yeah.
But I mean, for one, like, Muay Thai has been one of the most like significant, influential things in my life. Once I started training Muay Thai, it completely changed my perspective on so many things. And then I got physically stronger, which before I was in shape, but I had to work tremendously hard to make it happen. And it was always on the forefront of my mind, always something that
Like obsessing over it, right?
Yes, very much so. So it introduced me to this concept of like being strong and how that's more important than being physically perfect, which was kind of what I was doing with my hours in the gym before then, which just shifted the way that I looked at myself, other humans, the world, It provided this community for me that's been there for me through really difficult times. And I will say too, like here at Pu'u, like I've trained at other facilities, I've trained other martial arts, and like there's something special about this place. Um, like when we give new student tours, I always talk about how amazing our students are, and like what I usually say is like we don't have a bad egg like among us. Like
They don't last.
no, they
Yeah, well, they don't last.
said
Yeah.
they don't buy
Yeah, they realize, oh, I can't do my bullshit here.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, we've got almost 200 students. Some of those are kids, but also the kids are amazing. But like, these are like the highest quality humans that I've like come across in my travels, in the last 39 years of life.
Crazy.
And then that's not even to mention the staff. Like I really I don't understand how we've managed to create this team of like young 21, 22-year-old people that are like so capable and honest and care about the community and like are great with kids. It's like I just feel like we have an amazing community.
That's right. Yeah. We do, because I think part of it comes from that martial arts culture, and it took time to develop staff a lot of the times, because a lot of it was developed from within.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, yeah, Cred wasn't developed within, but he's also cut from the same cloth as me.
Yes.
With
The
Credocity,
lineage, yeah.
right? Which, funny enough, going back on the Hawaii thing, did you know that he got his green card by becoming an orchid farmer on Honolulu, or on Oahu,
I did not know that.
just outside of Honolulu? So he was over there.
I feel like at some point I did hear about the Krunakwid, Hawaii. There was something there, but
Yeah. So that's how yeah. So his connection to Hawaii and stuff like that too. He got his when they were giving green cards to farmers back in like the 70s. He got his because he has a degree in agriculture.
awesome.
Yeah.
He was a farmer.
Yeah, he's a farmer. I showed up at his house the other day and he's wearing overalls. I'm like, you farming? He's like, yeah, me, I'm just retired. Yeah.
That's the life.
Yeah.
I love it.
But going back on to the staff and everything, I think a lot of it just comes from the culture. It's like from the leadership, like you and like I'm part of it, and then the people that we put in and start developing, it just sets that tone.
For sure.
It's like we've all worked in like weird work environments. We've all worked in places that we're like, hey, we really like what we do, but like it's really hard to operate with leadership that's in place, right? We've all had like managers that weren't the best.
Oh yes.
Can't say bad because like they obviously were there. So there's something.
Not an easy job,
Yeah.
So
it's hard. There's definitely a certain skill set, and I feel like all of us are in that growth mindset, like to figure out how we can improve. It's like I try to be candid as possible. Like something's coming up, and it's like if I mess up, I expect the same, and I'm like, oh crap, yeah, my bad, yeah, I messed up, because we're human.
For sure. Which I think goes back to that communication piece too. It's like I feel like I've learned so much about relationships working here as well. Like, and in, romantic relationships, family relationships, like there's going to be tense moments. You're going to hurt people's feelings. And then you kind of have to still be family. You gotta talk about it. You gotta get over it. Hopefully you have the type of family that gives a shit. Not everybody does.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they have it here at Pu'u Muay Thai.
Yes. So like, the same goes for our work family here. Like we mess up sometimes. I mean, yeah, we mess up. Like, I've recently said things that were potentially offensive to our staff, and
HR.
yeah.
I'm gonna grab HR and start making notes right now.
Yes. Put another clause in our new hire paperwork for Glory.
Yeah, just if Glory says this to you, please come to report to crew Jonathan. We'll take a note.
Yeah.
No. I think for the most part, like everybody here, like everybody understands each other to a pretty good degree.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, Glory, a thumbs up is offensive, right?
Not this one.
Not this one. How you doing today? Yeah, that was it. Glory sent me a reel. It's like we're giving this thumbs up. For those that might be listening to audio, it's like you do a thumbs up, and then you tilt your knuckles towards the sky. You put your thumb between your knuckles, like it's a middle finger almost. But it's a thumbs up.
It's not offensive.
No. So you're giving an aggressive thumbs up.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the vibe around here?
Yeah. Well, it's like
exactly.
go. Yeah. It's like get it. It's we see like the East League team, like even the kids cheering each other on. I'm like, damn, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's your team is doing an exhibition.
They're
biting each other. Like, calm down. Yeah. Like, cheer them both on.
Those pictures from Eat Sleep Cheap, though, there are some really good ones of the kids just like in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to mention too, like something that's really special about working here is the fact that, for one, I mean, you've been my coach for almost a decade, so like, I don't think most people have that experience where their boss is also personally invested.
And you get to beat me up too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, oh my God, like what get a little.
I make it happen on this trip.
Yeah, that I go. I'm feeling up to the training, I think now.
Yeah,
being sick.
But you're like people I don't know, like you said, is you're actually training. You'll go out on the mats and stuff like that when you have a break to go train and do that. And I think everybody that works with us right now trains or has trained.
Yeah.
Even our VAs have trained or are training.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Ren includes like, Muay Thai. Yeah, I trained Muay Thai before. I want to go back. Right. Yeah. April did too. It's like these people that we have in our company. Everybody that works in our company has trained or is currently training or is on a hiatus from training. Or go back to if it's an injury, life, whatever it may be. Right.
Yeah.
But it definitely creates a cool culture.
Yeah. I mean, I would go further to say that, like, I mean, at least, the team here that I interact with, every day is like passionate about it, passionate about Muay Thai and passionate about people.
100%. Well, what is that? Is there anything else you want to give a shout out to or anything like that?
Gosh, I mean, like, I honestly, like, can't say enough about how amazing this place is. Students, team, Muay Thai, like, I feel like I didn't talk a whole lot about, like, how Muay Thai has changed how I navigate the world as a woman,
Oh, God, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, and I travel pretty extensively by myself.
Yeah.
Getting off and on buses in the middle of the night in strange places. Like, the world is physically a dangerous world, for a woman.
So to have those skills is a big deal, right?
Oh,
you feel confident.
Yeah, completely changes the way that you walk around the world and interact with people, and it's really nice to feel like you can trust yourself to keep yourself safe, which I think the vast majority of women don't know what that feels like, and I feel like it's a really important like thing. And unless you don't know, so it's like
True.
people who are walking around not knowing that they can, physically feel so much better until they experience it. But yeah, I mean, I think other than that, like, I love this place, and I'm really excited to see how we continue to grow and how we continue to, introduce Muay Thai to the world. And
to be fully transparent there too, for people that don't know, like I was talking a lot about the academy build out, like you were the coordination, like I'm not here as you, Korea, they're coordinating a lot of the stuff that was going on. So for anybody that's like a listener or like watching here on the YouTube channel, is those people that were doing that, and I'd mention it, like This is one of them. All right, it's one of the key players. So, no, it's an amazing place. Like for me, sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like it's the company I started. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, man.
Like it doesn't feel like it feels like everybody's like at the like when it comes down to it. Like of course I have like my own internal pressures to make sure this place stays that way for you guys and allows you to do that. But like for me, it's more like our community. We need a place like this.
Yeah, I did personally.
Yeah, we needed a place. I needed this place. You've seen pictures of me and stuff like that. For like the scars and that, not the ones on my knuckles, those are fine. But like these cigarette burns and all this stuff, like it was weird growing up in this area. Like when we grew up, yeah, it's like if you weren't involved in like surfing or like travel sports.
Yes, I didn't know much about the kids who were doing okay.
Yeah,
About those of us who were like getting into trouble.
Yeah, most of us were just like we're screwing around. Right? It's like there was so easy, and it was like having this was the catalyst that changed my life. Right. So I know you were sharing too. Like we're talking about bodies and seasons. You're right.
Oh yes.
From just one little comment I made about, hey, your body has seasons too. Yeah. You said it like changed your mindset on
huge
body, on like body image and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know a woman who isn't to some extent like obsessed with the way that they look, and either in a positive or a negative way. Almost always negative, even, people who we think are attractive,
Yeah.
And like I mentioned, before I started working in this industry, I'd worked in just at traditional gyms for years. And was
So you're working at what? Was it Total Woman or something?
Total Woman. Yeah. And then when Dave and Molly sold that, it turned into Le Mirage. And then so I was managing that gym at 20 years old, having no clue how to do it. I literally told the owners, I was like, I don't know how to do this. Please don't give me this job. Yeah. But they had nobody else.
They needed somebody.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, eating almost nothing, counting calories, working out twice a day, and like never feeling like I was where I wanted to be. And then, being introduced to Muay Thai, like starting to like admire women that I saw being powerful rather than, being physically perfect.
Sorry, our camera cut off, so we had to come back and do it. Yeah.
But so I think, the beginning of kind of letting go of that like obsession was just becoming interested in Muay Thai and wanting to get better at that above like wanting to look a certain way. And then, I started competing in jiu-jitsu after I started training jiu-jitsu as well, and got really lean and had abs. And I posted a picture, and Crew Jonathan, gave me the thumbs up for the hard work, but also mentioned that bodies have seasons, which this is before I started getting into farming too. So it's now very, very much makes sense. But it never occurred to me that there was options for like what was acceptable for my body to look like. I was like, no, it has to be this. It's got to, I have to maintain that all the time. If I don't, then there's something wrong with me. I'm dropping the ball. I'm not working hard enough, and so it was like this, I had permission to not be as lean as possible, as muscular as possible all the time. And, as a result, I, my body changes and I don't feel any shame about it. Sometimes maybe I get a little further away from, how, the range I like to stay in, but, that guilt over, my body changing, it was just kind of completely gone after that.
Yeah. Way that also comes with just maturing as an adult and realizing what actually is
yes, none of this shit matters.
No, and you look and you should never compare yourself to anybody, right? But then you look at general population, how people are like, man, my standard is really high, which is good to have good high standards for yourself. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a, I think there's somebody from Amazon here. No, I think he was going next door. Okay, I just wanted to check. I was like, hey,
we want that today.
Yeah, I want the package, whatever it is. But to see that, I think is really is great to hear, and I think it's a message that more people should understand. That for anybody that's kind of might feel that's relatable, let us know. Drop a comment, right? Reach out, anything. But speaking of reaching out, people want to find you on Instagram.
Yes. So my personal Instagram account is I Don't Do Hair.
I'll drop it down in the show notes.
Yeah.
If you're good with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then from there you can find my Instagram accounts for all the different creative work that I do. But that's the one that I check the most and am most active on. So
awesome. Well, cool. Well, Glory, thanks for making time today. I know we're busy. We're about to get on with the day. For anybody that's out there listening, make sure to smash that subscribe button. If you have questions, drop them down in the comments. If you're listening to this, always, you're more welcome to reach out at Muay Thai Podcast on Instagram and podcast.pu'umuaythai.com. See you guys next time. Swadee Kap. All right, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today to the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast. If you enjoy the content, go leave a review over on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Give us a rating. It means the world to us. Also, if you want to be a guest on the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast, or if you just want to shout out to your friend, go check us out at podcast.pu'umuaythai.com. You can submit to be able to be a guest on the podcast. You can submit what you want to talk about. Also, if you want to just give a shout out, there's a button for that too. Swadee Kap.